What is going on, y'all? It is your girl, Abiyala Akani. I'm the founder of the EOL Yoga and Embodiment School. I'm a yoga teacher trainer as well as a coach. I support high achieving and high performing career women with slowing down through receptivity, nervous system regulation, and recovery so that they can receive more and perform less. You're joining me for our 30-day Sensual Yoga Challenge. You are going to be doing 2 practices. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I will be uploading new practice videos so that you can just focus on committing 2 days a week to your yoga practice. I know you have a very busy schedule and you got a lot of things that you need to be covering, a lot of roles that you need to be playing, a lot of hats that you need to be wearing. So just focusing on dedicating 2 times a week to make your way on to your mat for the next 30 days. Our practice today is going to be a non-performative yoga practice for pleasure and presence. Now, I tell my clients this all the time. When it comes to moving into a state of reception, which is the defining characteristic of the divine feminine, you have to feel safe to receive. And you only receive pleasure when you feel safe. So, experiencing more pleasure in your daily life is going to support you in moving into a greater state of not only receptivity, but regulation within your nervous system, normalizing daily pleasure. I even have my clients do daily pleasure practices where every single day they're doing an action or a practice of pleasure that's just for themselves. So today's practice is going to be deeply about cultivating more pleasure, and then also as a result of that, experiencing more presence so you feel safer being in your body as opposed to dissociating or abdicating your vessel. Now, it took me a long time to get into my mat today. So if it took you a while, I get you, girl. It's all good. I understand. Congratulate yourself for making it onto your mat today, for making it to this practice. I'm going to do the same. Now, before we get started, make sure that you click the link in my bio below. I'm going to be hosting a free masterclass called How to Become a Pampered High-Value Woman. I've been hosting these high-value masterclasses. The first one I did was actually for yoga teachers, and I'm excited to host this one specifically, for high-achieving, high-performing career women when making that shift to receive more. Because oftentimes a lot of my clients think that they need to do more healing, which perpetuates this belief that you're broken. You're not broken. What needs to happen is you actually need to shift your identity to become the highest version of yourself, as opposed to misidentifying with your trauma body or the wounded girl, right? So we are going to be talking about that within this masterclass, really identity shifting to become the highest version of you, to begin to experience and see yourself as a high value woman who is deeply pampered, seen, served, and supported at a high level so that you can begin to magnetize the connections that I know you deeply desire. Because if you're a high performing, high achieving career woman, what you want most is connection, so you don't feel so alone and trapped with your emotions. That starts with really beginning to evolve into a new identity, seeing yourself as the highest version of yourself that is seen, served, and supported at that high level, that has those mutually edifying connections in your life all of the time. And it's not about quantity, it's about quality, right? So make sure that you click the link in my bio below to join me for that free masterclass on July 23rd. And once you do that, I'll see you right back here in a hot second. All right, welcome back, friends. We're going to go ahead and get started with our non-performative yoga practice. Some things to remember with this practice is to keep it non-performative. What I mean by that is to avoid pushing beyond your pain zone. As soon as you start to notice you are feeling pain, you want to move out of the posture. We want to focus on exploring, moving out of your comfort zone and moving into your growth zone, which is that parasympathetic nervous system, as opposed to kind of always moving based on your sympathetic nervous system, like that pain factor. Instead, really lean into exploring, what does it feel like to move into my growth zone, into my parasympathetic nervous system. We're going to go ahead and start in a child's pose. You can find a narrow child's pose with the knees closed and the belly and the chest resting on the knees. If you have tightness in the hips or if it feels available, you can open up the knees wide, let the belly and the chest fall through. Option to extend the arms long and just rest the third eye on the mat. I'm going to stay elevated because I don't want to plug my mic. So I'm going to root my forearms and settle in right here. Let's start with some grounding breathing. And just take a moment to settle into the body. And if you've been ripping and running all day, just drop into the pleasure of this moment, just being with yourself in your body. Begin to find a fluid inhale in through the nostrils. Audible exhale out of the mouth, HA. 2 more of those. Fluid inhale in through the nose. Audible exhale out of the mouth, HA. One more of those, fluid inhale. In through the nostrils. Feel the shoulders relax. Expand the space between the back of the heart. Exhale out of the mouth. This time begin to find a count in through the nostrils and exhale out of the nostrils. An audible exhale as if you're fogging a window. We'll do it together. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. Audible exhale out of the nostrils for 3, 2, 1. Inhale through the nostrils for 1, 2, 3. Audible exhale out of the nostrils for 3, 2, 1. Inhale through the nostrils for 1, 2, 3. Audible exhale out of the nostrils for 3, 2, 1. Continue to find that audible exhalation out of the nostrils, moving into Ujjayi Pranayama. Inhale floats you up. Cow pose. Stack the knees directly underneath the hips. Extend the tailbone high, heart and head. Tilt up towards the heavens. Exhale. And bring it back to child's pose. This time combining movement with breath. Inhale, extend the tailbone high. Crown the head up high to the heavens, arching the spine. Exhale, child's pose, hips to the heels, arms extend long, doming through the back of the heart. Inhale, cow pose, extend the tailbone up, pack the shoulders down. Find torque through the shoulders, screwing the heads of the shoulders into their sockets as you extend the head up to the heavens. Exhale, hips to the heels, child's pose. From here, walk the hands over towards the left. We're going to do a lot of side body stretching in this practice today. Stack the right palm on top of the left and descend the head through the window of the forearms, breathing into the right side ribs. Two more breaths here. Walk the hands over to the opposite side, stacking the left palm on top of the right. Descend the head through the window of the forearms. See if you can pack the shoulders down away from the ears. And allow the head and neck, and specifically the neck, to get long. Breathe into the left side body, left side ribs. On the next inhalation, walk the hands towards the front of the mat. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, child's pose to outer. So shift up and glide your right knee to kiss your right elbow. Exhale, dive back, child's pose. Inhale, child's pose to outer. Use the momentum to shift and engage the belly. Knee kisses the forearms. We're just waking up the hips this time. Inhale, child's pose to outer. Step your right foot on the outside of the right hand. Option to stack 2 blocks underneath the hands to guide your legs there, or you can stack your hands onto 2 books. Hold here for a breath. Exhale, heel toe the foot out, step it back. 2 more of those. Inhale, child's pose to outer. Use the momentum to step the right foot on the outside of the right hand, shifting forward. Exhale, heel toe the foot out, drag it back. 1 more. Inhale, child's pose to outer. Step the right foot on the outside of the right hand. Once again, if you're having trouble, stack your hands on some blocks to bring the earth to you. If you don't have blocks, you can use 2 books. And then stirring here through the hips. So I'm stirring my knee like I'm stirring a pot. I'm just waking up my hips, mobilizing my hips. Continue to pack your shoulders down. Keep your belly engaged, right? So keep the body stable so that you can find mobility from a stable base. Stirring through the hips. 1 more breath. Slowly step the right knee back. Child's pose, opposite side. Child's pose to outer, so inviting the left knee to kiss maybe the left elbow. Use your belly here, and then exhale, child's pose. Left knee kisses the earth, arm extends. You got 2 more of those. Inhale, left knee comes to kiss the back of the forearm. Can you keep your belly engaged here? Pack the shoulders down. Exhale, left knee comes back. This time, child's pose to outer. You're going to step your left foot on the outside of the left hand. Hold for a breath. Option to stack 2 blocks or books underneath the hands. Heel toe the foot out and drag it back. Child's pose. Coming back, child's pose to outer. Left foot steps on the outside of the left hand, shifting forward. Hold for a breath. Heel toe the left foot out and step it back. Child's pose. Final one. Inhale, child's pose to outer. Step the left foot on the outside of the left hand. Hold here for breath. Start to stir the hips and the knees. So the stirring is coming originally from the knee and the hips follow. Just waking up the hips. Try to relax the mouth and the jaw as you do this movement. And then hold, heel toe the left foot out and step it back. Child's pose, holding here for a breath. Coming to child's pose, opposite side, step the right foot on the outside of the right hand, heel toe the right foot in, stack the hands onto the right knee, push into the knee to elevate the heart. Option to pad the left knee if you need to. All right, so it's nice and sturdy, especially if you have sensitive knees. Holding here for breath. Go ahead and extend those hands up to the heavens. Deep inhale here. Exhale, cactus the arms, open up the chest. Inhale, hands come high. Exhale, draw the hands together in a fist. Release your index finger and then extend the hands straight back up. Tuck your back left toe. Crush the mat with your right foot and turn on your right glute. As you do so, notice what's happening to my pelvis. I'm extending it back. Instead, I want you to tuck it forward. Tuck and round the pelvis forward. Crush the mat with your right foot to turn on your glute. Inhale here. Exhale, find a lateral side bend to the right. Inhale, bring it to center. Exhale, lateral side bend to the right. Inhale, bring it to center. If you're struggling with balance, crush that right foot into the earth, turn on your right glute and keep the belly engaged. Inhale here. Exhale, lateral side bend to the right again. Inhale, bring it to center. This time, slowly shift forward like you're creating and tracing a circle with your index finger. Moving nice and slow, isolating through the core, finding that circular movement. Go ahead and find 2 more. Crushing the mat with your foot, keeping your glutes engaged, core engaged. And then when you've done your last one, hands come high. Exhale, float the hands down. Lower them on the inside of your right foot and find that stir again. Stirring through the knees. Waking up the hips. This time stirring in the opposite direction. Take it the opposite direction. And then hold, heel toe the right foot out. Drag it back. Hips to the heels, child's pose. Opposite side. Child's pose to outer, step the left foot on the outside of the left hand, heel toe the left foot to center. Stack the hands onto the left knee. Extend the torso and the heart up. And when you're ready, invite those hands up to the heavens. Exhale, cactus the arms, press the shoulder blades together here. Notice what's happening to your pelvis. Inhale, hands come high. And then exhale, hands come to heart center. Find a fist, release your index finger, and go ahead and tuck your back toe. Notice what's happening to my pelvis. Your pelvis is like a hinge. Now, if you suffer from low back pain and a weaker core, you might have some hyperextension through your tailbone where your booty is poking out. So start to train your body now by tucking and pulling your tailbone down and drawing your womb forward. You might feel a light stretch on your front hip as well. Inhale, extend the hands forward. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, lateral side bend to the left. Crush the mat with that left foot. Feel the glute engaged to keep you balanced. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lateral side bend to the left. Inhale, bring it to center. Exhale, lateral side bend to the left. Inhale, bring it to center. This time, exhale, lateral side bend to the left and start to trace a small circle, bringing it to the left and then forward. Find your balance by crushing your left foot into the earth, keeping the glute engaged, core engaged. You can slow this movement down and really start to feel the pleasure of sensation deep within the muscles. Finding a pleasure in movement. It's not about working harder. It's about embodiment. When you've done your last circle, come back to center. Exhale, hands float down to the inside of the left foot. Find those knee circles and hip circles. You can make them small or large. Notice what your body is finding available and noticing that on the left side, it's a little stickier when I find bigger circles. So I'm going to keep mine small. Go ahead and take it the opposite direction. And rest. Heel toe the left foot out and step it back. Tabletop. And exhale, child's pose. Won't be here too long. Inhale to tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes. Find your first downward facing dog. And down dog, you can pedal out the knees one by one. You always have the option to stack your hands under your 2 blocks or under your 2 books if you have them. Especially if the hamstrings and the calves are feeling really tight. And then from here, press the booty up, bend subtly through the knees to descend the head and the heart through the forearms. It's going to help open up the mid-back if you tend to be tight there. Inhale, spike your heels, bend your knees. You can step, walk, or hop forward. Choose your own adventure. Inhale, halfway lift. Find a deep hamstring activation. So extend your tailbone back, heart comes forward. Micro bend the knees and find a flat back. I don't want any of this. You want to feel your glutes and your hamstrings taut because you're training your body here to move functionally. So keep the glutes engaged, hamstrings engaged, micro bend the knees. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold, but keep that bend in the knees. Inhale, rise with a flat back so your hamstrings and your glutes are taking this lift, not your back. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Tadasana. Hands resting alongside the body. Inhale, hands come back up. Exhale, draw the hands into a fist. Release your index finger. Find a micro bend in your knees subtly. And same thing, pull your tailbone down and forward. Then extend it back. And then pull it forward. And then extend it back. And then pull it forward. And then extend it back. And pull it forward and try to keep this neutral position. Notice what happens to the glutes. You can even draw your hands to feel your glutes here. They're probably engaged and taut, which lets you know your core is also engaged. Inhale, hands come high. Exhale, find a lateral side bend to the right. Inhale, bring it to center. Exhale, find a lateral side bend to the right. Inhale, bring it to center. Exhale, lateral side bend to the right this time as if you are pouring a cup of tea and you're the spout. Drape it all the way down. Micro bend the knees. Circle it up the opposite direction using your obliques, your right side body to make your way up. Inhale here. Exhale, opposite side. Lateral side bend to the left. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, lateral side bend to the left. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, lateral side bend to the left. Dip and pour your spout. Really soften through the knees. Relax to that low back. Let everything relax. Use your obliques to bring it up to the opposite side. Inhale here. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Drape the body down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. From here, step your right leg back. Stack the hands onto the left knee, lift the heart. Hands come high. Holding here for a breath in your lunge. We won't be here too long. Inhale here, find a micro bend in this right knee. Same thing, pull the tailbone down. Feel your womb grow forward. Holding here for a breath. Exhale, lower the hands. Step the right leg forward, inhale, halfway lift. Glutes and hamstrings engaged, exhale, fold. Step the left leg back. Stack the hands onto the right knee. Elevate the torso and find 11-11 through the arms. Micro bend the left knee, pull the tailbone down. Option to use your hands to course correct. Pulling that tailbone down, womb forward, hands come high. Exhale, lower the hands. Step the left leg forward, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle, sweep the hands up and over. Exhale, hands come to the heart center and then to the hips. We're gonna find that same lateral motion. Inhale here, exhale, extend the tailbone, and then tuck. Extend and tuck. Extend and tuck. Extend and tuck. Now you're going to shoot the hip out to the right. Find this diagonal squat. Bring it to center on the inhale. Exhale, diagonal squat to the left. Inhale, diagonal squat to the right. Inhale, diagonal squat to the left. Inhale. Now we're going to combine each of those movements. Tuck to the right. Extend, diagonal squat to the left. Tuck, diagonal squat to the right. Extend to the left. And you're going to turn that into a full hip circle. You can extend the arms. Just winding through the hips, bringing your awareness towards your core, to the womb, to the hips. Take it the opposite direction. Finding that wind. Really dropping into pleasure, presence, but also deep embodiment because you're feeling your muscles working. Inhale, hands come high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Step back, high plank. Drop your knees. Shoulders over the wrists, shift forward, lower onto the tummy. Untuck the toes here. Inhale, cobra. Keep the feet rooted. Little to no weight in your hands. You're lifting from your belly. Exhale, chin kisses the mat. Inhale, rise, flat back, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose, hips to the heels. Settling here. Inhale, we'll just find some hip circles. Slow winds from here, inhale, brings it up tabletop, exhale. Right hip to the right heel, left hip to the left heel. Wind it up, slow winds. Opposite side, left hip to the left heel, right hip to the right heel, wind it up. Opposite side, right hip to the right heel, left hip to the left heel, wind it up. Exhale, left hip to the left heel, right hip to the right heel, wind it up. And then exhale, slowly come to a seated position. Legs extended out in front of you. Hands descending and extending back behind you. Holding here for a breath, bend that right knee. Invite the right foot onto the left knee, holding here into a figure 4. Knowing that your left leg is like a lever. The more you deepen this bend, the deeper of a stretch you're going to get into the right hip. So know that you can control that depth. Won't be here for too long. Slowly float your knees over to the right. Find a 90-degree angle in this front right knee and then glide your left shin back. So you're finding these seated 90 degrees in the right, 90 degrees in the left. Root your right hand behind you because immediately you're probably going to feel your left hip talk. Hold here. If you need to shift out, you can. If it feels safe, you have the option to bring your hands to heart center and begin to hold. And start to find a slow stir. We are mobilizing your hip flexor. Right. So you're starting with your stir. Small stir. If you get a cramp, extend that leg out. Try to keep the spine long. You can start to widen your stirs. And then take it the opposite direction. We're doing a lot of stirring. A lot of stirring. And then from here, root your hands behind you. And then find a kind of a shin box switch where you float your knees up. And then you extend the legs. You can shake them out here. We'll move to the opposite side. Left knee bends. Left foot comes onto the right knee. And then bending that knee. Holding here in a seated figure 4 for a few rounds of breath. Oof, I feel that in that left hip. It's talking. And then float the knees over to the left. Find your 90-90. So left shin is at a 90. Right shin is at a 90. Left hand rooted behind you. Take a moment to check in with this right hip. This right hip is probably going to start to talk to you. See if it feels safe to begin to stack your shoulders over your hips. So finding that crown to coccyx alignment. If it does not feel safe, you can shift your weight out. If it does, you might just stay here static, or option to stir. Small stirs. Finding your stir. Now, if this hip starts to lock up, or cramp, you can extend your leg out. You can also find a pin and stretch. So take your thumb to your IT band and kind of pin that area down. So you can do a pin and stretch. And you can gently massage it. I know for me, my IT band, ooh, I can feel it on this side. It's a little stickier. So really leaning into the pleasure of the movement until it feels painful. If it feels painful, you need to move out of the shape, because then you are guiding your body into sympathetic arousal and basically moving it into fight or flight or fawn or freeze. We don't want to do that. We want to stay in our parasympathetic. But also moving into your growth zone. Shift your circle the opposite direction. You can make all the noises too. I love making noises when I'm practicing. Deep exhales, moans and groans and all that, just to settle in and release. And then when you're ready with your hands behind you, find that shin box switch. Extend both legs out and then shake them out. Palms face up to the heavens. Let's go back, vertebra by vertebra. As soon as the back of the heart kisses the mat, hug the knees in. Clasping the front of or behind the thighs. Choose your own adventure. Rock left and right, left and right, left and right. This is such a good reminder for me to just like get out of the hustle and bustle and get in your body. Get in your body. Reinforcing that being in your body is a safe place to be, even if you are stressed the F out, even if your finances are going down the drain, even if your relationship or your dating is up in flames. Continuously reinforcing that being in my body is actually a safe place to be, and making it a practice to be there. From here, coming into your version of happy baby, grabbing behind the thighs, opening the legs nice and wide. You can grab the ankles, the insides or outsides of the feet. Choose your own adventure. Bottoms of the feet shine up. Holding here for a breath. Option to stay static, or you can rock left and right. Choose your own adventure. My body is craving to kind of stay static right now. Inhale, extend the feet up to the heavens, hands up to the heavens, but no striving or locking out the elbows or the knees. Let them be soggy. Inhale here. Exhale, invite the feet and the hands to the earth for your final resting posture. Shavasana. Option to keep the knees bent or to extend the legs long. Choose your own adventure. Option to close the eyes or keep the eyes open. It's up to you. And settling here. For the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and close us out. However, I invite you to stay here for a good 7 minutes. 7 minute Shavasana. Give your body time to recover and recuperate. And if there is any other shapes or recovery practices that you'd like to add, myofascial release, use this time as an opportunity to add them here. After your Shavasana, maybe getting out your foam roller, rolling out your quads, your back, getting your yoga tune-up ball, your myofascial release massage ball, getting deeper into the glutes. Use this time to get into those practices now and begin to see them as pleasure practices. Your recovery is essential to your regulation. You've done your best. Now leave the rest. Namaste.